Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Eddie, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you, Jack?
Good. So today we're going to be talking about some New York sports here, some of our favorite teams. We're going to talk first about the New York Yankees. The Yankees are currently 3.5 games behind the Toronto Blue Jays as the regular season is coming to an end.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. They should have been better this year. They were in first place for almost half of the first start of the season, and then it went downhill after that. They were losing and losing and losing, and now they're fell 3.5 games behind Toronto to end this season.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely got off to a hot start, but a lot of guys definitely just decided to not swing the bat.
Yeah,
Honestly. I mean, Austin Wells is one.
yeah,
Anthony Volpe's another one.
yeah. No, I mean, it's some guys are having like great seasons. You look offensively, like Trent Grisham's having a career year with 33 homers. Cody Bellinger has 29 homers and 97 RBIs. And even Jazz is almost having his first 30-30 season of his career. But then you have just like guys who are disappointed, like Austin Wells and an Anthony Volpe, whose batting averages are just terrible. And on top of that, Volpe's defense has just been a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, definitely some problems. Um, I don't know why Aaron Boone really has so much faith in Anthony Volpe. As a fan, I've kind of stopped believing in him. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, listen, I want to be an Anthony Volpe fan. He's a New Jersey kid. He's from New Jersey. Um, I think a lot of people thought not that he would be like Derek Jeter, but he'd be respectable player. And I just laugh at him, to be honest, when I see him on the field.
I know.
He's just been so bad, dude. He leads the league in errors. And I don't know what they're gonna do in the postseason now. If they start him or if they start Cabby, but
Mhm.
should be interesting what they decide to do. What do you think? What do you think they should do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that what they're doing now is a lot better than just believing in Anthony Volpe and leaving him there, watching him make a bunch of errors,
Yeah,
just
for sure.
struggle offensively, even defensively. I mean, I think you definitely got to give Caballero a chance here
Mm-hmm.
because obviously he brings a lot to the
Yeah,
field. He's got some
100%.
speed, which is always nice to have. He can steal bases, and he's been playing pretty decent.
I'm
So you got to kind of keep switching them off. Whoever gets hot, I think you got to leave in.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not like Cabby's gonna do like a huge. He's not gonna be a huge offensive
Yeah,
plug, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting a guy who is leading the league in stolen bases. And, even just the way the team's been playing lately, they won 6 out of their last 7 series, and they're just playing great baseball.
yeah, absolutely. Also, another key factor here is not having our ace, Garrett Cole.
Yeah, no, for
So
sure. For sure. Losing Garrett, I mean, I like my chances a lot better if Cole was here this year.
absolutely,
You have that because right now, I mean, where the postseason chances, my predictions anyway is I think it really depends on who we're playing in the first round. Um, I like our chances either way. Boston, I think we match up well against. I mean, even though they've had our number this year, I think Seattle has good pitching, but I think we could beat them to for sure. And same with Houston. I I mean, I say this every time we play Houston in the playoffs, but I like our chances this year.
yeah,
But with
absolutely.
Cole, I wish we had Cole because it's an electric three in the rotation with him, Freed, and Rodon. Like,
Mhm.
especially the way Rodon's been pitching this year. Freed's been a Cy Young caliber pitcher this year. It would have been it would have been fun to watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how far realistically can you see the New York Yankees going?
Ah, man. You see, it's funny. At the beginning of the year, I would have said that they had a chance, you know?
Mhm.
I really think so. I think they were playing really well. Their pitching was great. Their bullpen was great. They were hitting. Um, they scored 20 runs their second game of the year. Like
Yeah.
everyone was playing good without Giancarlo Stanton, you
Key
know,
factor.
but they've just had their I don't know, and they've been playing better. Like I said, they won 6 out of the last 7 series, but there's that bullpen is just the bullpen's what's gonna cost them if they do lose. Do I think their potential could definitely be I could see them winning a World Series because I don't think there is that. I mean, the Brewers and Toronto have been playing great this year, but I don't think there is that, like, concrete favorite this year. Like, last year, I'm gonna be honest, the Dodgers were just a better team.
Yeah.
You know, I
Mhm.
was rooting for the Yankees, but deep down inside, I knew we didn't have a chance. They were just more a
Yeah,
complete team.
of course. I mean, yeah, the bullpen I think is definitely a concern. Without a solid bullpen, it's
Yeah.
gonna be tough
Like,
to go far, in my opinion.
100%, 100%. I mean, they keep relying on this guy, Devin Williams, and I'm looking at his stats right now. He's got a 5.12 ERA, and as much as good and this is even sadder, as good he has been decent the last few weeks, a week or 2,
Mhm.
but he's still got a 5 ERA. That's just not a major league pitcher, in my opinion, that should be getting 8th inning, ninth inning, 7th inning opportunities in close games, so I'm just scared with him because I know he can be great, in previous years, but this year he's just been a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can't close out ball games, or at least I'm not confident in Devin Williams in clutch
Yeah.
situations. I mean, Luke Weaver, he's been all right. He's been
Yeah.
solid. He wasn't. I don't think he's been what he was for
No,
us
no.
last year, obviously, but I have confidence in him. So, I mean, we'll see how our offense can perform because obviously you have guys like Stanton,
Yeah, no, 100%.
who like I'm pretty confident is going to perform in the playoffs just like he did in 2024. And like Aaron Judge, he's Aaron Judge. If he
Yeah.
heats up in the clutch in the playoffs,
He's gotta
he's Aaron Judge. So
he's gotta have his postseason run, you
yeah.
know, because earlier in his career, when in, like, 2017, his rookie year, as he didn't have a great postseason, but he had his moments in that
Mhm.
postseason. He had a couple big home runs against Houston, a couple big home runs against, Minnesota. They last year, that was just not a performance you wanna see from your best player, you know?
No.
He was I wouldn't even say he was like a top 3 player in that postseason. Soto, Stanton, even Glaber had a great year.
Mhm.
Volpe even had a
Mhm.
decent postseason. Judge looked lost out there. He had that big home run against, Class A and, when him and Stanton went back to back, but other than
Yeah.
that, it's really just been a disaster.
Yeah. We're gonna need Judge to definitely hit, and like then that'll relieve our bullpen a little bit more to step up. It'll give them some
Yeah,
breathing room.
100%. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much my prediction is if their bullpen could really do good, I think they could have a really good chance of winning the
Mhm.
World Series, but their bullpen to me is their key factor.
Absolutely.
What do you wanna do next? You wanna run into we have a little game for you guys, top 5 current Yankees.
Oh, current. All right. All right.
So, I'll start it off. I'll go with my number 5 first. Think we'll go from
Go.
5
Yeah.
to and then last would be our best.
Yeah. Yeah. Start it off.
So my number 5 on the year has to be Carlos Rodon.
Mhm.
Um, he's been a guy who his first couple years has been a true disaster. His
Mhm.
first 2 years. Last year, he pitched much better, and he was showing that he, in the playoffs, had a big playoff and showed why he could be that number 2 in a rotation, that number 3 in a rotation. This year, we got freed, so he kinda slid down to, like, the number 3, then
Mhm.
Cole went down, and this year he's been the number 2 again, and he's been great. He's 16-9 with a 3.11 ERA, and he has 190 strikeouts this year. So he might get to 200 strikeouts, and he has that mentality. I mean, some games there's still the walk issue, but
Mhm.
he's been really good this year. So he's my number 5.
You got for number 4.
My number 4, I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go Jazz. I'm gonna go Jazz Chisholm. He's been great. I was saying a little bit earlier, he had his first 30-30 season. He's almost there. He has 29 homers, but he he's just been electric. He started off so slow this year, which is even crazier, and he missed a month, and he still has 29 home runs, batting like 240-ish in the 240 years. But I'll live with that if you're getting on base, you're driving in runs, and like I said, he's stealing bases now. So that would be my number 4. Um, my number 3, it's tough, but number 3, I'm probably gonna have to go with. Um, I'm gonna go with Max Fried. Max Fried,
Safe
like
pick.
I said, he's another guy. We picked him up in the offseason. He came here as a number 2. He
Yeah.
came here to be a number 2 starter, and not to keep repeating myself, but Garrett Cole goes down, and that's your ace. That's your supposed to be your leader out there. And Fried has done phenomenal this year, and that's an
Stepped up.
understatement. He has a 17-5 record with a 3 ERA and 170 strikeouts. Like, the strikeout numbers have definitely lowered in these last couple starts, but he's been tremendous. And
Mhm.
that's with he had that blister that happened like a month or 2 ago. He had a couple rough stretches, and he still has a 3 RA. He's still 17-5, and he's been that ace, and I'm very happy that he's gonna be my number 1 in the postseason,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely. He stepped up big time.
100%. My number 2 is, Cody Bellinger. Um, this guy, we didn't really know. He's had a very up and down career. He earlier early years in the Dodgers was a top 5 player in baseball,
Mhm.
and then he had a couple bad years that he probably wishes he forgot about. He went to the Cubs, played good baseball with the Cubs, and he was the Juan Soto replacement this year.
Yeah.
He was the guy that was supposed to step up for Juan Soto, and he's been phenomenal. He has 29 home runs. He's batting close to 280. He almost has 100 RBIs.
Mhm.
He's been unbelievable, and he plays 3 outfield spots. He plays left he could be a Gold Glove in 4 positions: left,
Yeah.
center, right, and first base.
Mhm.
He's been tremendous in my opinion. Um, and yeah, I mean, you can't really say anything else other
No.
than he's been tremendous. And
Yeah.
so before I get into my 1, I just have 2 honorable mentions and why I didn't put them on the list. 1 is Trent Grisham. He's been, you know, uh, having a career year. He's 33 home runs. Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of like that's
Yeah.
sick. He's blown my expectations from him out
Yeah.
of off the
Oh,
charts.
yeah.
So that's one of my honorable mentions. And the second one is Stanton. The only reason he's not on my list is because he's only played in like I have it right here. He's only played in 67 games.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if we do at the end of the year, like during the end of the postseason, and we do this again, he'll probably be a top 5. But
Yeah.
I just left
Yeah.
him off of there.
Yep.
And my number 1, which is probably gonna be your number 1, is just Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
This is an off year for him, by the way. And
Yeah.
let me just read you these numbers. He's batting 330 with 48 home runs and 103 RBIs, and that's considered
Yeah.
an off year.
Yeah. That it says it explains itself.
Yeah,
But
this man's been unbelievable. He's about to win his 3rd MVP, and we could get into that maybe in a different episode of if he should
yeah.
or Cal Raleigh should. But it's him. He's
Yeah.
batting 330,
Yep.
and he has 48 home runs, 103 RBIs, dealing with an elbow injury that basically made him not be able to play the field for
Yeah.
like a month.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my list, and I'm sure we'll
Alright.
have some similarities, but
Yeah.
we'll give it off to Jack.
Yeah, no doubt. So for my 5 spot, I think I'm gonna have to go Jazz Chisholm. I feel like he's definitely a spark in the lineup. He has, pretty good speed. He's just got this presence on the field that that I think is very good for the clubhouse.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a 30-30 season most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number 4 is definitely gonna have to be Rodon. Um, Carlos Rodon, like you said, I mean, I don't really have to repeat too much, but
Yeah.
he's definitely made tremendous improvements. He could possibly end with 200 Ks, and he's been phenomenal. Um, yeah, he's been great. For my number 3, I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go probably Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Great lefty to have in the lineup. He's been great hitting. What does he have?
29
29
homers.
homers in the year. Yeah, he's been great. For my number, what am I at?
2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I didn't put Freed.
Could give him an honorable mention.
I guess. Wow, I can't believe I forgot him. For number 2, I'm gonna have to go Trent. Obviously, I mean Trent's been, like you said, having a career year. He could end with I think he's projected to end with 35 homers. But yeah, he definitely exceeded all expectations. Putting him in the leadoff spot was a tremendous move. He's been great.
Yeah, for sure.
He comes in the clutch too with home runs, like we even saw last night. I think he had 2 home runs.
Yeah, he's had 3 in his last 2 games. He had
Yeah.
2 big home runs last night.
So yeah, he's been a staple in the lineup. And obviously the captain is going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Having an off year, hitting like an insane 323.
It's 329 as of last
329.
night. Yeah.
329 Judge is hitting, and that's an off year. Coming through the injury. Yeah, he's our captain. I just hope that he can perform in the playoffs,
100%.
postseason.
Yeah, and no, continue.
No, that's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I think if you ask many Yankee fans, we just pretty much had an identical list. You added Trent, and
Mhm.
I had him on an honorable mention. You just forgot Freed, or he
Yeah, I
probably
just-
would have been there. But that's like I said, we just named the same 6 guys.
Yeah,
And I feel like if you ask many Yankee fans, they're all gonna say that,
yeah.
and give similar reasons. But yeah, I mean, that's what do you we didn't really hear about you. What do you think the Yankees have in their for their postseason this
For
year?
their postseason run, I
Like,
mean,
do you think they can make it?
I
And
have
like,
confidence. I have confidence that we're gonna get by Houston or whoever we play in the wild card,
mhm,
whoever. Because we do match up well. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm really concerned with our bullpen. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like I'm not confident saying that we could really win a World Series.
no,
I'm gonna be 100%
Yeah.
honest. As a Yankee fan, as much as
Yeah,
I
yeah.
die to see them
You're rooting for them
win a ring,
120%.
yeah, Judge needs that ring, and
Yeah.
unless he has a really good postseason and Stanton has been reliable and continues to be reliable. I mean, we're really gonna need our bats to come alive, one, and we're gonna need our bullpen to just pitch their heart out. Honestly, like we cannot be blowing games that we should have won throughout the whole regular season. Me and you watched, Devin Williams, Fernando Cruz, these guys,
100%.
like these guys just blow games
I
that we
know.
should have won. I mean, no
We'd be
lead. Sometimes I feel like no lead is safe. and
no,
I'm like,
no. We would be
that's my
in
concern.
first place by
Yeah.
like 7 games if you add about all the games they've blown in the 8th or 9th inning.
Yeah.
And
So that's my concern.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
think-
not confident that we win a World
I
Series.
think that our biggest I'll tell you this, if we could get past Toronto, then I think we have a chance. I think
Mhm.
Toronto right now, and I don't think they're even a complete team. I think they have some holes. I look at their lineup. I don't love their lineup.
Mhm.
I do think that they have some great guys. They have Bo Bichette, they have Vlad, they have Kirk, they have Springer. They do have some dogs in their lineup, and that's one thing is they put up at bats. They
Mhm.
put up at bats, watching their games. Like even when Cam Schleitler, he versed them, he pitched against them maybe like 2, 3 weeks ago, and he had like 50 or 60 pitches in the second inning. He had like 30 in the first
Mhm.
inning. They just put at bats. They're pests. They foul off so many balls.
Yeah.
And, that's just the thing, like, they have 2 guys right now in their rotation that are locked in, the Yankees, that being that and Fried and Rodon that I'm, like, confident in, but then after that, even, like, I mean, one of the 2 of the 3 between, Luis Gil, Cam Schlittler, and, Will Warren, w at least one of those guys has to, grab it and, take that 3 spot in the rotation. Even in the wild card, he's gotta be there. Right now, I think I'm leaning a little Luis Gil because he has at least he's pitched a game in the World Series last year.
Mhm.
He knows that environment, but, he the that's what they have to do, and that's the team I'm scared of the most would probably be the Toronto Blue Jays.
Mhm. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, this is Anthony Carlo, TV news reporter in New York City and proud alum. If you're looking for a career in media, Iona is the place to be. From internships to real-world experience, Iona's media program is unprecedented. Take it from an industry professional who made it in the biz.
Now back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Welcome back. That was a quick little ad, but I think our next topic. I think we've talked enough about the Yankees for today. We'll be here, and you'll hear us again. But I think that was enough for the Yankees as of right now. I think we're gonna just lean into the next topic, which is the NBA season. We're both Knicks fans.
Mhm.
What do you think of their team coming into this year?
I think the Knicks definitely made some good roster moves. They added some more depth to the team with Jordan Clarkson, Gusharon Yabusele, or however you say that guy's name.
Yeah, something like that.
Ariel Hukporti too, behind Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, I mean the New York Knicks. I definitely hold some high expectations to them.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't have Tatum to worry about in the
Mhm.
East, really. Like I'm confident that I'm confident that the Knicks can run the East this year. And I
100%.
don't think that's a wild take, to be honest.
No, 100%.
As good as Brunson's been, you just this team just has like hustle players, just like Josh Hart, OG
Mhm.
Anunoby, even Miles McBride off the bench.
Mhm.
Towns has been solid. Um, so yeah, I hold this team to a pretty high standard.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Knicks. Let me tell you about me and the Knicks. Watching them for I don't know, I think I started watching them maybe 2012. Like so when I really got into basketball. Maybe even a little earlier, but it was around the era with Carmelo and LeBron was on the Heat. But I don't really remember that too well, and, my earliest memories of the Knicks are them just being bad. They've been bad for so many years. But, I think this year they have a really, really good chance. I think last year it ended up being a disappointment because I didn't expect them to even make the conference finals. I thought they had a great team. They lacked defense, in my opinion, which is weird for a Tom Thibodeau team.
Mhm.
But when they beat Boston, that's when it clicked for me. Like that was not their year to win the finals, but they had to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
And losing to Indiana was very overwhelming. Tyrese Halliburton played out of his mind, Siakam played out of his mind, but just the way they lost, they that game 1 in the Garden, Hallie, does that, and it was not good. and it was very. I'm gonna sound like a broken record talking about that series, but it was major disappointing.
Yeah.
You know, they had to. That was a series they had to win.
Yeah.
They had to win.
I'll be having nightmares
Yeah.
about that season.
Especially because they got eliminated to them the previous year, which I admit they were probably the better team that
Yeah.
year. But then the next year you get an all-star center. I feel like you get Mikal Bridges. You know, you have a full season of Anunoby. Mitchell. We didn't have a bench last year really, but still they had to win that. They had to win that series. But like you said about adding guys like Jordan Clarkson, they just added the Brogan. Um, he's another guy off the bench who's gonna be,
Yeah.
I think, a X factor. And then you also have still guys like not Carl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson. You know, he'll probably be off the bench. Deuce McBride. They just got Shamit back.
Yeah.
So I think I like Shamit too. He hit some big shots. Not for a guy to start, but he's a good guy to get off minutes to hit some shots down, play some defense. And I think that's what they need. You know, they brought in Mike Brown. I don't know how I love him as a coach.
I was just gonna say that. Shame on you, Dolan, man. Like Tom Thibodeau should still be the head coach of the New York Knicks, in my opinion. And I know a lot of Knicks fans miss him. I mean, I don't know what else you want out of a head coach. I mean, he brought them so far, and just for him to get fired, like no offense to Mike Brown, but like
yeah.
I think Tom Thibodeau should still be the head coach of the New York Knicks.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think yeah. Tom Thibodeau was a great coach. He made the Knicks better, you know.
Yeah.
He from a
Yeah.
poor managed team for like 5+ years. He came in that first year. They didn't make the playoffs, but at least they showed some like grit, you know.
Yeah.
Next year, Julius Randle led Knicks team to the
Yeah.
playoffs. That's Julius Randle was good for those. I'm not a Julius Randle fan, but
Me neither.
he he was the star player of a
Stats
playoff
don't
team,
lie.
you know. Then even like guys on the bench coming off like D Rose quickly, he could have prioritized. I think the reason they didn't keep him around was the bench. Last year was bad with the bench. I don't think they gave him a bench to be good with, but still, you got to play some guys. You know,
You relied
you
on the starters.
yeah, you were too much. They were playing too many minutes. But prior years, like I truly think I was a big Obi Toppin fan. I think they ruined his career. He's found himself a nice career now with the Pacers, but he could have been a good player for us to have last year. But we traded him for a second round pick or something.
Yeah.
That's not that we get rid of quickly.
Same thing I was gonna say. Emmanuel
Yeah.
Quickly, he was another like offensive spark. You know, I totally believed in him. I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna be great,
Uh-huh.
and he just didn't really see as many minutes. And
100%.
he definitely deserved more minutes. But Tibbs, like he did as much as he relied in his starters. Like it did kind of work out. Like
Yeah.
like I mean, I'm sure guys were exhausted playing 40+ minutes a game, but
100%.
I mean, you can't really argue with how far that they went.
100%.
It is what it is.
I think the last thing we'll just talk about quickly is just give me. We'll both say it, but you give me first what your predictions are on the year. You know, we just did the Yankees predictions. Way too early predictions. Let me hear
Yeah.
it. Let me hear it.
Way too early prediction. I'm gonna go with the New York Knicks are winning the Eastern Conference, and
hmm
they're going. I think that they're definitely gonna go to the finals. And people might think I'm crazy for that,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say the Knicks are going to the finals this year. Against who? I don't know. Will they win the finals? I don't know. But I think the Knicks are gonna go very far. I think they're gonna dominate the East, and
Yeah.
that's my prediction.
All right. My prediction, and we'll end on this, is I personally have the Knicks winning the Eastern Conference too. You know, Halliburton's out for the year. Tatum's probably out for the year. Torn Achilles. It's the Knicks year. You know, it's the Knicks.
So.
It's if the Knicks don't get it done this year, it's bad.
No.
But obviously unless there's injuries, of course. But hopefully there's not. My prediction is Knicks in the finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have and I think the Knicks do it in 6. You know, that's obviously
Mhm.
bias you. I think they can do it in 6, but I
Okay.
could also see being the other way around. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be our show for today. I'm Eddie Musco,
Jack Farley.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next Thursday.